We just crossed the road, haven't we, Katie?
Yeah.
And where are you going? And how old are you? How old are you? 4. Yeah. Can you spell your name now? Yeah. And now am I going fishing?
Yeah.
Am I going to win?
Yes.
Right then. I'll see you at Weston Pools. These are called hobbit houses, and I am in the pink one. There we are. Look, that's brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. It's all you need when you're stopping for a day or two. And here's Adam Firth on my box.
Fishing right-handed.
Fishing right-handed because he's cack-handed, and there's my rig. I don't know, absolute clampet. Stick to taking photos and canal fishing.
Yeah. I end up in trees and canals as well.
Loads and loads of nice big maggots from lanes. That's all my stuff, all my bits. There's some fishery pellets and bits and bobs. And fan loaded to the brim. And look, the hot air balloon there. That'll be my best part of the day, that, isn't it? See where those fish is? Absolutely heaving. Might be close to all in now. Just a pinch of 4 mils. There we are. That'll be it. A pinch of micros. We wait. Over that pellet. It goes up in a plateau there. So we can get an early fish. Ever so clear this lake. I didn't realise till I put my keep nets in how clear it was. The guy says he's just seen one great big carp swim past his pellet. Most people have gone long, so I think that says it all. But it's always worth having 5 minutes short. Definitely on a little bit of a plateau there. It just looks nice if I get an arrival there late with maggots. I've deliberately not put any short kits up today because I work a carp, I want to get it in. Just take a little bit longer getting any F1s in. So even my shallow rigs are on normal length kits because there's a lot of room for a carp to run. So the guy to my right started down his edge with bread by the looks of it, or corn, one or the other. Start on pellet, but I can see myself fishing maggots pretty soon on all those swims. This lake's had 3 consecutive matches on it, so it's going to be hard. And it's very, very chilly today. The winter is well and truly on its way. He's gone straight along with maggots to my left. It's interesting to see what silverfish troubles he might get. Give me a sign. Come on F1 one more time. Nice F1, £2 F1. I think we want to go out long already. 2 maggots on an 18, 012. Put a few magwals in. Meters to start with, but we'll go out to 16 later, I think. There's 2 he's had already next door, or his second one he's got. These guys are on it straight away, you see. I'm fishing half a gram with two number 10 droppers at the moment, nice positive, but I've got a really light 0.25 gram float as well, just with like 7 number 11s. If it's hard and there's no silvers, then I fully expect that to be a better rig. We'll just fish with a pot to begin with a little bit of catty in. I think these fish are, all they're seeing at the moment is maggots. Catty on that short line already as well. Just there. Easier to catty it than throw it when you're fishing 14 metres. I'm not fishing mega fine just yet. You can drop down to over 11. There we go. Funny little bite. Big eyed. I can see him 2 foot down. A pretty big eyed, isn't it? We're off. Rough catching eyed. Not many eyed round by me. Used to be a few in Tunnel Barn, but not anymore. I'm being quite generous anyway. There about. I think they're going to come shallow. Rangy, modern. There you are. We're just going to ping 5 or 6, but mostly pop to begin with. I think these fish are off the bottom. So see if we can catch a few on the drop, then we might fish 2 furs, half depth, something like that. I'm told 3 foot's a good depth for a mini here. There's got a big carp on next door. Going for the aerator. That's the problem, I'm fishing very light, but there's some monstrous carp in here, so it's going to be fun. You up the bum? Next door's getting a guided tour of the lake by a carp. Very angry fishing here. If you hook them. Just push my bulk up just a touch higher, and then there's 2 number 10 droppers, so they're probably about 7 or 8 inches apart now, just to maximise that fall. Doesn't feel like an eye. So about 8 inches under the water, that one. Properly hooked. I'm going to really fill the pot up. I'm going to feed my short line and my margin line. Break down at that each time. I can't put the whole pole behind me anyway because it's too I just can't get the whole pole behind. How big was it? Sorry? How big? 5. Getting a lot of bites next door. 2 bites. I'm just going to lightly ping to begin with, I'm not going to fill it in. Might get giddy. I'm already tempted to put this light rig on. See if we can't attempt a few more on the drop. I'm not getting any roach trouble. To see, very early look. Well, level with the platform leg. fishing 3.5 foot deep now. So a couple of wobbles on the way down. There'll be eyed up there, there'll be F1s, maybe a carp or two, so that was a wobble. Already I think I'm fishing over 11 might be better, but we'll persevere for a little bit because there are carp about. It'd be nice to get them in. There's fishing shallow next door as well. A lot shallower. Come your way. Yeah. Whoa. Come back, come back, come back. Nuts. I just had another F1. I had that carp. What was he, about £5? It was 3.5 foot. I just had an F1 that deep as well. I missed a couple of bites. So I've just come a little bit shallower, and I've just put a single maggot on as well, just to see. Because there's no roach or anything bothering me. We were being so clear, they've just come up, I think, it's these fish. Not sure how shallow they'll come today, but I think they're going to be quite hard to catch, whatever depth they're at. But I've got a lighter rig. It just takes like 4 or 5 number 12s, which I'll be swapping to very soon, I think. To maximise that hang time, a bit more finesse, and that's 0.11, so slightly finer hook. Just my worry was how many carp were about, so that's why I stick to this for now. So we're probably 3 foot now. We've got back to 3.5 if it didn't pay off. Keep dinking. 8 to 10 maggots on that short line, and keep feeding against the pallet to my left as well. I'm going to leave the pallet to my right alone for now, till we know what's going on. No bites, single maggot, no bites. We'll pop 2 on again soon, but I'm going to swap to that other rig next time I come back. The wind's getting up a little bit, so I've got to be careful with my feeding as well. But we'll keep that nice column with the pot, and then a bit of spread with a catapult. We've still got the option of going to 16 metres and starting all over. Just hook through the middle. Very quick look here. If we don't get a bite this time, we'll just leave it alone. We'll just feed it for an hour. We'll just leave it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little longer on that shallow line, then we'll go full depth. Then we'll go 16, then we'll chuck maggot feeder. I don't know how many people chuck that on here. Guessing not many. I've swapped to a really fancy rig. I missed the bite and had one straight away on the drop, so that's already paid off for at least one fish. A big pot is quite heavy. flick this right past it and it's had it. He's not opening his mouth for anyone, is he? No. Snaffle that. He's on the waggler now, so I'll keep an eye on him. I've got the option of chucking that maggot feeder. He's really attacking it on that waggler, so we're paying attention to that. He's not too far away from me, so you know, there's definitely a chance he's drawing my fish away. Got one on that waggler. For 16 metres. I've not fed anything there. Carp. Ow! Thought it was an F1. Well, that one upped himself. Just pulled the elastic out. Double maggot. I'll stop loose feeding for a little bit and just feed him with a pot. It just seems to be feed, wait, float goes under. Hard to rev them up. There we are. Just got to make sure they're not a carp, because I've had one suddenly realise he was a carp. It's just the biggest one, I think. And sticks. Oh, he's actually fouled up that one. It's a one in the belly. That's why he came up. Cruiser. Ah. Crucian. More crucian. Halfway through. Reasonable start. Keep firing on the long line. Just a little tiny micro feeder. My thinking is the fish that are past the pole line aren't really feeding fish, are they? 7 chucks on a maggot feeder. One good skimmer and that's it. No more bites. I can put a 2-foot tail on to try that, I think. So we can sack that off. It's a bad idea. It's worth a try. So we'll just keep plugging away 16 metres. First look short. I've been throwing a few maggots. bed as well. Get some on this short line on this little plateau that I found. Just seems to be an out and out maggot day. I'd like to get another line working and I can attack this long line a bit more, but nothing's really feeding anywhere, is it? I'm not wasting too much time on that. Just wouldn't come up. That's one. That one in the middle. The leaves. Just hook the leaf. Leave me alone. Ah. Leaves everywhere now. Off leaves. Leaves everywhere now. That feels like a good fish, but it might be foul up. I'm catching shallow now. There's fish there. Hard to hit. I tried a banded maggot. I'd warned that it weren't right. So I've gone back to fishing normally. I think they're coming up and down. I think they're shallower than what I'm fishing now. But it's hard to catch them at that depth. We can do my this rod rest now, can't we? Oh boy. An hour and a quarter to go. Looking to arrive down the side. I'm probably going to swing around and feed a few pellets in a sec. A few micros. It's alright. Formula expander. Attacked by spiders. Not so much as sniff. 50 minutes to go. 5-0. So if I don't get a bite on the short line now, I don't think it's going to go. He's had a couple to my left on it, but one of them was a great big F1 foul up. Oh, that was one. I'm just on edge these fish. I just replumbed this swim. It might have been maybe a couple of inches too deep. Come on. There we go. Not funny, is it? Oh, it's worth catching. Well worth catching. 10 minutes ago, just had that great big common, at least £8. The hook was hanging on by a thread. I was fishing an 18 to 012, but I just put a 16 to 014 on now. I do up one, I want to get it in. carp. Mental, aren't they? It's worth starting up that other line, isn't it? I'm glad I put that heavier hook length on. I do know they're massive and they fight and don't give up, but when you've been catching F1s all day, you kind of just expect to be catching F1 short, not these. Two for £20. 3 minutes to go, I think. I think it could be like this all day. Whoop! Fish on! Right, big F1. Not a bad fish to end on, is it? Big ugly old F1. £4. And that is that.
$26.6.
Not bad for the last 4 fish.
62.08.
Who's that there? Well, the cat loves getting in on my films. I don't know why. He doesn't sit on my lap that often, but he does on these films. But I'm home now. Hope you enjoyed that. It's a little bit noisy because of the aerator opposite. They're constantly on at Weston. I think that's why all the fish are in such good nick and why they fight so hard. Those carp are notorious for how hard they fought, and I lost a couple, didn't I? And I got a couple in, great big bruises. Actually, I got 3 nice carp in, didn't I? That last flurry at the end, I had 4 fish for £26 in the last 30-40 minutes to rocket me right up. So I ended up 3rd overall. I had £62 8 ounces. There was a 64. James Hughes had 62, and I think there was a 61 as well. And Matthew Dalton won from Clay Pit with £70, and he actually won the day before as well with £130. So he did brilliantly, and 2-day festival, won the festival in style really, so well done. Andy Hodge was 2nd, also on 2 section wins, and then Andrew Mann had 3 points for 3rd. So great 2-day event. Hey, you're making my camera wobble, you are. Come on. So yeah, great 2-day event. My first day was dreadful. I did absolutely shocking. I come last in section and got it all wrong. Fed too much bait. The clay pit's 40 foot in places, so it's easily done to not get your depth and everything right. Really clear as well. And I just didn't do very well. But the next day on Stretton, hadn't drawn great. I know I hadn't drawn great, but I had a lovely day fishing, catching all sorts. A couple of crucians, 2 or 3 skimmers, some eyed, some nice big F1s, and those 3 nice carp as well. 2 of them were nudging double figures at the end. Brilliant fishing. When it's like that and lowish weights, you know, you're always in the race. 2 or 3 lumps and you're back in business. So yeah, interesting fishing. All maggots. Very clear lake. I mean, we'd had 3 consecutive days fishing on there. So so it was always going to be a bit hard, and the lakes have gone clear. Autumn's definitely, the leaves are all coming off the trees, and I had a bit of leaf Tourette's, didn't I? So as we all did, but the leaves are a nightmare, and they're going to be like that for the next few weeks, I think, and then we're going to be hooking them on the bottom, getting good bites, lifting and having a leaf on. I think that's what we've got to look forward to next. But what did I learn from that? Well, I should have started long and not even bother with a short line, but that's local knowledge and form knowledge and everything. Knowing that, it was still worth a 5-minute look, allowed me to have a look around and see what everyone else was doing, and there might have been a straggler hanging around from the previous day's match. Out and out maggot fishing, up and down, anything up to 4 foot deep on the shallow rig, but about 3 foot was about right, and then full depth to start with. Maggot feeder didn't work. Maybe if I persevered for longer it might have worked, but they just seem happy to be on that long pole line. I could have dobbed some bread around maybe on a different peg or on a different day. Maybe corn could have worked, excuse me, although a lot of the anglers said corn's not working there. My edges didn't fire up. They had done on previous days, but I just think they'd had a lot of pressure. So but really nice fishing. I like sort of lowish weight matches like that, because you're all in the race. You know, if someone's running away with it, it's hard to claw back, but when everyone's sort of in the mix, you know, when you're on £40 for an hour to go, you can still catch £70, you know. So I like that, really nice. And the fish look brilliantly. I love the venue, cracking venue. I will go back. It's a good 2.25 hours for me, but when the fishing's that good and the facilities and Michael and Rachel make you feel so welcome and everything there, so it's worth going, you know. And I would highly recommend Weston Pools to anyone who goes or anyone who's looking for somewhere nice to fish. So it's certainly a special venue, and a venue I hope to fish a few more times next year. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Interesting fishing, proper winter maggot fishing. Winter's on its way, and I love that style of technical sort of maggot fishing and working out your feeding and depths, and you don't hit every bite when it's like this, but you know they're there. So but yeah, interesting fishing. Hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on another live match.